radio? Tell me everything.
All right, Delano. I did a story on this really funny, wacky, crazy 18-year-old comedian named Wilner. And went down to the Comedy Works to check him out, and he's a complete nut. He's psycho, and we had a really good time doing it.
What about you, Ariel?
Well, Allie and I did a story on feminine hygiene products. We went out and found out that a lot of these products are completely useless, and we spoke to a couple experts and went shopping.
I spent some time in Ganawaki and did a really interesting story on a school called Ganawaki Survival School. And it was really interesting because their history class is basically on their culture.
Josh?
The United Nations held a youth conference, and we went to check it out to see if younger people would have more say in world issues.
We also did a story on a group of kids who, with their community center Toujours Ensemble, went across Canada this summer and recorded all their experiences in various cities on High 8, and now they're editing together a video diary of their own.
Welcome to Ganawaki. I'm chilling out with some of the kids from Survival School. Check it out.
You have to know who you are and coming here. You're with your own people, you're with your own language, and you just got to rebuild yourself, and you feel proud when you leave here.
They know where they came from. They know who they are. They know where their roots are. If you know where you are, you're more comfortable where you're headed.
I'd like to offer congratulations to the entire student body on attendance. Invalid absences are way down. Please keep it up. Ganawagi Youth Workshop in B. Shawanda, ages 14 to 25. Date Thursday, September 26th, 9 to 4 p.m.
The Ganawagi Survival School was established in 1978 because the community wanted to have more control over our children's education. We feel that here we can concentrate a lot on the Mohawk language and the culture and values of the Ganyagihaga nation. And many parents choose to have their children come here to retain those values and to learn about it. It's a question of getting children ready for the outside world, but remembering who they are, retaining their culture and language, and being proud of who they are.
So, Mo, you lived in Ganawagi.
Mm-hmm.
Did your parents want you to come to this school? How did you hear about it?
I wanted to, because it's like in the community, and I don't know, they have the Mohawk language here, and I still want to like carry on the Mohawk language.
Oh, so when you have kids, you want them to learn about it and what they're growing up to.
Yeah.
What if I said, what's wrong with you? When I say, his money.
So is the Mohawk language hard to speak?
Not really. I don't find it hard.
How do you say, like, hi, my name is Jared? How would you say that?
Segu, Jared, you jets.
What is that?
Segu, Jared, you jets.
Jared, you gets.
You jets.
You jets. Segu, Jared, you gets.
You jets.
You jets. Segu, Jared, you gets.
You jets.
You jets.
You jets.
Here it's the younger kids that trying to put across to them the importance of it, of who they are, and all the songs, what they involve is it's all got to do with the natural world. For a long time, the people were not comfortable with who they were. They were always put down and made to think that they were something of the past. But here you're showing them it's every day. It's here. It's not under a glass. It's here to use it.
You can actually communicate on one-to-one. You know each student, you know their parents, you know their family, you know everything about them. So it allows us to get a lot deeper than just the pure simple mathematics. So we depend a lot on peer tutoring, where you have a student tutoring each other and helping each other out. I've been received so wonderfully in here. This is one of the schools that I have decided if I'll ever leave survival school, I don't think I'll be teaching anymore. it's a wonderful school to be working at.
I've been to 2 other schools out of town, and it's different. There's a lot of people. The teachers have no time to help everybody. And I wore a Chicago jacket, and a lot of people just, you know, why do you wear that jacket? Just because you're Indian? No, it's because I like the hockey team, and I'm proud to be an Indian. And that's all there is to it.
You are a person, you have the strength and everything. And you just gotta feel it in here, and if you do, then you got it made.
You will need 1 room which you will not leave, soothing music, 1 television and 1 bottle of Valium, which I've already procured from my mother, who is, in her own domestic and socially acceptable way, also a drug addict. And now I'm ready. All I need is 1 final hit to soothe the pain while the Valium takes effect.
And I don't see how that would make you want to take heroin. Like, you know.
Trainspotting showed a lot of violent and sort of sad aspects of heroin using and abuse. Well, I haven't seen Trainspotting, but like Clockwork Orange and even books like Lewis Carroll, they're all about drugs. People need to see what's reality, or a side of reality. It's just, it needs to be out there.
I didn't think so at all. No, I don't think it glamorizes it at all. I think it kind of shows, you know, the stuff that's involved with drug use, how it can really mess you up. And in the movie, they show both, you know, the kind of potentially interesting bits about it and like the really negative parts, so I don't know.
You do see the main character giving up drugs for a more stable life.
If you pick up something like a Cosmopolitan magazine, what you see are very attractive, very slim women, very heavily made up. Their hair is perfect. Everything about these women is perfect. So the message is that this is what your ideal should be, and this is what you should try to look like.
Can I be her? If I use this, will I be her?
Most young girls and most women will never actually meet that ideal, so they'll walk around with this feeling of being inadequate.
Low self-esteem. Are you a victim? No. Wait! Question 1. Do you feel you need to be punished for how you look?
I don't need to be punished. I am punished. Who's in control of this ideal?
Big business. Absolutely.
Well, that's the thought of it. There's money to be made. And where there's money to be made, there's people to make that money.
We need so many things, us women. Welcome to capitalism, eh? This is what it's all about. The choices are insane.
Do we really need like 500 different types of pads? I noticed this is like the newest craze to have everything natural. So like these are organic.
Organic hair remover strips.
If you're into the natural thing, you can have organic things to rip the hair out of your legs.
It's just another marketing play.
In fact, so many products that are supposedly chemical, quote unquote, all derive from natural products. But I guess somehow they feel that, particularly for young people, if it's natural, somehow it's better.
$4 with tax? Definitely. This is like the biggest scam of feminine hygiene products is the fact that it costs so much money. It's a necessity, so they figure they can charge us as much as they want for plastic and cotton and get away with it.
It's a multi-billion-dollar market.
What exactly is the market saying to young women about feminine hygiene products?
There's things that need fixing about women's bodies.
Okay, this is putrid. What exactly is wrong with hair? Like, isn't the hair there for a reason? Like, isn't it there for some sort of protection or something?
I think that's why it's there, but, you know, we have to remove it.
What cosmetic companies in general are selling is fantasy.
You always see these images of, like, this ideal concept of what a girl should look like, and you're always trying to attain it, so to speak, but it's just not really realistic. What are they talking about anyway in the end?
I don't even think women need to use them. I even think that, you know, they're worse for you. They have a negative effect on your health.
There's no medical reason to use a douche normally.
It actually changes the pH balance in the vagina. It actually can lead to things like vaginal infection.
There's a market based on you should be attractive, you need to make yourself more attractive. All these products are going to do it, and someday you're going to find the miracle product, the one product that's going to do that for you.
This is nice, but it's a little bit smelly.
We also have this new face cream which neutralizes the free radicals that attack the skin. Let me ask you, what's your skin regime? My regime.
Mm-hmm.
The regime from which the radicals are trying to get free? Are we selling face cream or staging a coup? Let me show you something. Do you see how dry and discolored you are? Do you see the irreversible sun damage? You haven't been taking care of your skin. And it's only going to get worse.
I have that body too if you wax.
I know what a bikini wax is. Thanks.
It's presenting them with unattainable, it's trying to achieve things that aren't possible because they just use perfect women. I'd like to see models who look more like the people that are going to be using the products.
First of all, women have to decide that they're not dirty. The second thing is to decide that you're not going to buy those products anymore. The minute you stop buying it is the minute that companies will stop making them.
A march for peace in Sarajevo was shattered by Serbian gunfire. The first Sarajevian victim was laid to rest just 2 days later. A young girl shot dead by sniper fire.
A mile outside the besieged town of Gorazda, and the UN witnessed the first signs of the fierce battles which have raged.
Hardly any of us know what the United Nations do besides sending troops to, fight wars.
They're not responsible to anything. They just like to make resolutions condemning things or, praising things, but they don't really get a lot done. I mean, they're a multi-million-dollar organization for red tape.
Within the organization itself, I think there are a lot of problems that should be dealt with with the whole bureaucracy of it. And until they get that resolved, I don't think much is going to be done.
I mean, the only way to solve problems is to approach the people that have those problems.
L'Assemblée plénière, vous avez le gouvernement du Québec et la ville de Montréal aussi qui vont prendre la parole. Donc ça devrait bien aller. The United Nations has been created to discuss propositions. They're trying to build channel of communication between the society, the youth that are organized in the network, and the UN system. I know that they're trying to listen to youth. They're trying to build those channels of communication. We don't really know if they're gonna listen to youth, but we hope so.
Perhaps the youth haven't come to a point where they could make a statement or a declaration or a stand and have it stick as an international piece of paper, you might say. That is yet to come. Maybe this is an occasion where they can do it.
Je vais être très attentive que tous les commentaires, contributions soient discutés aussi.
Is it going to be like an ongoing thing? Or
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
It's not just going to finalize?
No. Yes.
This time limit? And if I was like, okay, wait, no, you're not allowed to speak, no more time, And all that have been up there is mostly adults. The United Nations, to me, seems like an organization which is unreachable. I mean, in one of the conferences we heard about so many different levels of the United Nations, and it was from 1 to 6, and youth sit at the 6th level, the last level.
I was talking with other youth here, and it was all the same consensus that we don't have a lot of input.
In the past, it was difficult for youth to get involved. Now it's easier, so we give our opinions concerning the decisions that are being taken.
And you feel you're being listened to?
Yes, I do.
J'espère que vous allez très bien la considérer. Merci beaucoup.
There was a conference in Africa with more than 500 youth that emitted a similar report. Someone from the audience asked Mr. Ewood from the UNESCO, asked him what happened to that report. He had absolutely no idea what it was. Nobody in the room had idea where it had gone or what it had done. Obviously, youth in general just don't feel that this kind of thing will change anything anymore.
When I think about change, I think about environmental activists, feminists, gay activists, people like that, people who change history constantly. And I think maybe this would have had more meaning if we'd kept those lines open to those groups also. People who not only stand still and make little observations, but people who scream.
The youth outnumber us. When we're gone and dead, there'll be more youth and they'll keep coming. You can't stop them. The world is young, and we have to realize that. And it's their world, not ours.
un voyage loin, à la campagne, n'importe où. I go to Europe and I go to probably Disneyland.
Now, everyone should have the opportunity to travel. Unfortunately, we all know that circumstances don't always allow for that. But this summer, through Toujours Ensemble, a group of young people got to travel across Canada.
We thought this would be a really great program to help build leadership skills, self-esteem, self-awareness, and provide them with a chance to meet other people, to exchange ideas and views, and to visit places they wouldn't normally get the chance to visit. So we had to make sure that they were committed enough to follow through with the requirements, i.e. the research before we left and now the putting together of the videos.
We rate people, 8 teenagers and 3 supervisors. And we're each going to make a 3 to 4 minute video. No, but how do we want to start? Oh, go Lisa.
Hey, here we go. We're ready, we're on the plane, we're set. We're preparing for takeoff.
The people that I went with, I didn't know them before I actually left for the trip, but we got to be pretty good friends.
Bonjour.
Est-ce que c'est votre premier vol?
Ouais, oui, pardon.
Tell me a bit about the interviews you did.
We would just stop people in the street or something and we'd ask them if they had a few minutes and we'd ask them questions.
10 years from now, what change do you think we will notice in the rate of violence and why?
It has to be less. It's just getting too bad.
Tell me, how was this useful for you guys on your trip?
Well, we used it to find out more about the cities we were going to be visiting, and they only have one picture for Saskatoon. I had always heard about the prairies and all that, and I always had a picture in my mind that they were just all wheat fields and just like little rolling balls of hay going around, but it's not. There's a city in Saskatoon.
A lot of people are like amazed, you know, like we spoke English, you know, we're actually Montrealers.
Those were the good times.
I have 2 favorite cities, Jasper and Saskatoon. Jasper because it was like really beautiful, because it's like everywhere you looked there was like mountains left, right. In Saskatoon, there was a lot of plain lands, but it was like fun and all that.
We felt this was their trip. We wanted the learning to be from the start to the end, not just for them to enjoy a trip. That wasn't the objective.
I was very shy. In fact, to an extent, I still am. But it hasn't been anywhere near as bad since getting back from the trip. I'm even getting along with my sister now, so, which is actually quite a bit scary.
Ryan Wilner, and actually, here he comes.
Sorry I'm late.
You know what? I think I know what this joke needs. It needs a little humor. Yeah, I think I'll scratch that. Okay, you know what I need? I need a joke that's just gonna kill them. So, no. Hello? Yeah, I need a joke that'll kill them. What? 5-day waiting list. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. It's a moose. It's a moose. I'll talk out loud. I'll walk around my room. It doesn't fit in the thing. I don't know. I just try to, like, kind of pep myself up and get prepared. Yeah. Yeah, no, just kidding. You're gonna do it, Ryan. Because you're good enough. You're smart enough. Gosh darn it. You got the puppet. You see, that's gonna work. Hello. I've got this big-ass mirror, and I look in front of it. I talk out loud. I'm thinking of growing these puppies real long and wrapping them around my chin like so, creating the illusion that I have a goatee. I don't know, it's weird. Like, right before I go on stage, really nervous, and then once you get on stage, just like, it's just so good, you know, like, you could say anything.
Mr. Ryan Wilner!
Very excited tonight. Very excited. I've got a great announcement to make. My wife is pregnant. No, it's bigger than that. And what I'm talking about is none other than my second facial hair. Could you see that? Zoom. BuzZone, you might want to zoom in on that. Could you see that? Zoom.
Were you one of the guys that always got kicked out of class every, 2 minutes because, they were cracking a joke?
No, I always made people laugh in class. I always try to, entertain people, try to make people laugh. No, it's always I guess it was an attention thing, so. No, but I wanted to say something. I don't understand the deal with marijuana. It makes no sense to me. These guys, a lot of people are doing it. They think it's so cool. What do? They get some marijuana, they bit it up. What? They get some tobacco, they mix it in. What do? They twist a big, fat, juicy joint. Is that what they do? Hey, I don't understand it. And then what do they? Spark up that joint, pass it around. What are we talking? 3-toke pass? Is that what they do? It makes no sense. But no, okay, look, I've got lots of family, parents, dad, you still with me? I got some family, parents here, so I want to set the record straight. Okay, I'm serious now. When it comes to stuff like heroin and marijuana, it's simple, okay? I just don't touch it, okay? Put on little plastic gloves first, is what I do.
Don't you ever get worried when you say things like that with your parents sitting out there and people you know?
I got nervous before, and I wasn't sure I was going to back down on the marijuana joke, but I don't know, I thought about it with a couple of my friends beforehand, and it was just so funny. I was telling my friend over the phone, and he dropped the phone. And so I was just this is a pretty funny joke. And I got one of the new talking scales, because I'm watching my weight disappear, but I'm still watching it. And I got one of the new talking scales. It's please step on the scale. I'm okay. Stop bossing me around, okay? I'm waiting, please step on the scale.
Definitely, he has talent. What you do with your talent is up to you, but I think what I saw, yeah.
Anyways, thanks a lot. You've been a great crowd. It's really just a rush, and people are clapping for you, So it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's it for this week. Another show finito. Hope you're there again next time. Bye now.
If you got something you'd like to see on BuzZone, just call us, email us, fax us, or even write us.